welcome to Diana's channel. Guys, a new subscriber just landed. Just landed. Her name is Tricia. Formally introducing you to the lovely Tricia. Tricia, welcome to the Diana's channel.
Thank you.
You reached out to me back in 2022. You remember exactly when?
No.
It was November 2022.
Okay.
And you sent me the email. And we are now here in 2024. Trisha, you know how it is once you get on the channel. Glad that you're willing to share, right? Because it's a sharing channel. So let's get right into it. Okay, it's been a long flight. I know that. Have you been on the continent before?
No, this is my first time ever touching the continent in my entire life.
And you chose destination Ghana.
Yes.
Tell us where you were born.
I was born in Ocheris, Jamaica.
Oh, you remember the year you left Jamaica?
Yes. We immigrated to the States in 1982. I was 6 years old.
How long you been living in the States?
Ever since I was 6, we never even met. When we immigrated to Texas.
Yeah.
And I have never left Texas all these years.
So it
40 plus years.
40 plus
Texas.
years in the States. Wow. So Trisha, never been on the continent before. How did you decide on destination Ghana?
Okay, so I started doing research when I just couldn't take, I knew I wanted to live somewhere outside the States. So I was looking for other islands. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. Yes, I have a house in Jamaica. Jamaica is wonderful. I love my country. Never gonna not love Jamaica or be, but I could not see myself living in Jamaica when I'm old and gray. It's just too much has happened with the country, and I just couldn't see myself doing it. So I started looking for other places that I felt that had the same mindset. I just want to live a peaceful life. So my whole thing is peace. I wanted to live someplace that did not have ridiculous amounts of violence, and I could enjoy the water. I can enjoy the sun. It had to be warm because I'm old, so I need to still have the sun. But I just wanted someplace that was peaceful where I could just live and not have to worry. I didn't want anybody to have to come after me for anything. So I started looking around, and I was looking at all the other islands. I mean, from the Pacific Islands, I looked at Fiji. I looked at a ton of islands. So I finally, I don't even remember what it was, but something directed me to Ghana. And I started researching Ghana, and from the things I saw, I just said, you know what? I think Ghana is for me. I saw that a lot of Jamaicans had started relocating to Ghana, and it piqued my interest. I'm saying, okay, if my people are moving to Ghana, let me take a look at this, because no matter what, Jamaicans have a thing that if one Jamaican can live there, then the rest of us can live there too.
Correct. But
so
what was your media that you got your information? Because mainstream not telling us anything about the continent on that type of level, you know. So what were you using to get that information?
Right. So when I first heard, hey, check out Africa. So first, people were talking about South Africa. So technically I heard South Africa first. And I was like, yes, I like South Africa, but South Africa still had some issues that I wasn't willing to deal with. So as I started looking around, I had to go to YouTube.
YouTube.
And YouTube is the only place where I could put in this place, that place, and I could see videos come up. So I was looking at Tanzania. I was looking all over. Nigeria was never going to be on my choice, because lots of people say I look like a Nigerian, but Nigeria just got way too much violence for me. So Nigeria was not on my radar. But I looked at all the other places, and I hit Ghana, and then I saw so many videos on Ghana, and the return, and it just touched me. And once I saw that so many Jamaicans had made a home, and it was almost like they call it Big Jamaica. So I was like, that's for me. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Big Jamaica. That's what I'm looking for.
Correct.
So that's why I started really diving into Ghana, and I didn't move off of Ghana. And I started looking. Once I said, okay, Ghana looks like it's the place for me. And I saw so many people were purchasing land. I looked at all their stories.
Yeah.
Before I said, okay, well, you know what? If the land is at a good price, it don't hurt to purchase something, even though I haven't been there. So I started looking for land in Ghana before I even touched the continent. So I started looking for land, and I was researching, and I went to Jeju, where they just have a whole lot of publications. I looked at that, and I actually found one piece of land that was advertised. I contacted them, and I was like, okay, well, it sounds good, but I saw all the horror stories, so I didn't want to get into that. So I also did some research, and I found a lawyer.
Excellent.
And I made sure that the lawyer I found was registered with the Ghana Bar. So he had a good standing with the Ghana Bar. I contacted him. He was easy to reach. He got right back to me. He's told me he'd research it and do it. So I let it go into his hands, and he did it. And he came back, said, okay, it looked like it's a good buy. So I was like, okay. And it just moved from there. I let him handle all of it. He actually went up to the property for me, and they gave me videos. Like they did a live while they were on the property, so I could see what it looked like, what my view would look. He took care of everything. All I had to do was pay him, and all he ever saw, he never met me in person. We just talked through WhatsApp. And I paid what I needed to pay. He did my paperwork, and I didn't have any issues with him. Like I saw all those horror stories, but I didn't have those issues.
And the horror stories has not deterred you, which I strongly believe that they should not. You pick up what you pick up from it, you learn, and you move on. So YouTube,
yes.
You spent a lot of time on
yes.
YouTube. How did you come across my channel to reach out?
So when I started looking before I got to the land, and I was looking when I started saying, okay, let me see about the Jamaicans that live in Ghana. Your channel said from Jamaica to Ghana, and boom, I started watching you from when you was packing up and you shipped your stuff over, and I watched all your videos. I was like, oh, she has the mindset like me. She's thinking, and I was just so impressed that you went home. You said, you know what? I'm moving out of here. You packed up and you just came to. I love that. And I was like, if I could have packed, because I promise you, it was at a time where I was so frustrated. I was going to quit my job and just leave. So, but I know I couldn't quit my job because I needed to make sure I'm invested, and at that time I hadn't got vested yet. So I still had years to wait to make sure I got vested in my job. So no matter whenever I quit, I'm still cutting a retirement check. So
and that's a big point you made right there, Tricia, because what I kind of gather from you, because we connected, right? We've been communicating, and you know the usual, when you once you get the ticket, you know it's all systems go. You are intending to retire in Ghana.
Yes.
That's your end game.
Yes.
Okay. So your investment in your property is to eventually build
yes.
a home. You also intend to come with your family members. Who are they?
So my twin is my father. I look just like him, just a female version. And since we move a lot, we move similar, and we like the same things. As soon as I said this is what I liked, I showed him the land. He liked it, but he was telling me I need to go see it first. Mm-hmm. But I was telling him, you want me to go see it first. But at that time, I had so much work to do with my job. I couldn't just jump on a plane. Mm-hmm. I had new employees I was training. There was no way I was going to be able to go on to leave to come see my land. So I had to leave it in the hands of my lawyer because I just couldn't take the time off. Mm-hmm. So once I started showing him what about Ghana, because Ghana was Africa. Let me just not even just Ghana, but Africa was not really in our thoughts of a place to live.
Mm-hmm.
It was to visit and to go. Yes,
Yeah.
we always had planned on going, especially to South Africa, because we were gonna do vacations and stuff like that. Yes, that was always in our thoughts. We were gonna do safaris and things like that. But it just, when it started to click into my head that this is a place I need to live,
Mm-hmm.
then I started to put it to him. And I started showing him some of the videos I was watching. And in Texas, we do have land in Texas. So, and my dad has goats on his farm. However, it's just him.
Yeah.
So when he goes to Jamaica, I have to then do the goat. And even though I do it when he's gone, it's not my favorite activity. When he's gone for his vacation, when he goes home, then those 3 months, I'm a goat farmer and I have to make sure his goat, when he first left, it was challenging and we always lost a few of the goats. But I've gotten better. So like this last time, no goats have died on my watch.
I think Pops will do well
Yes.
in Ghana.
Yes,
all right.
I think he'll, because the thing is, he really wants
get some
his
new
goat
goats.
farm, but we can't afford, in Texas, to pay someone to sell is ridiculous. But here is something we can actually afford.
Very doable.
He can have his farm. He can run his farm. And I even looked at at getting a South African goat. I've done a ton of research. So
Tricia, I think I kind of get it.
Mm-hmm.
That really in this gold thing, right? That's new, but certainly that can be done here. And so we look forward to your dad even visiting before you make that. Looking to retire here.
Yes.
How do you have any time frame? Are you thinking, couple years from now or what?
Yeah, technically, when I say retire, I'm not waiting till I'm 65 when it's retirement age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I want to get things started now where I have income coming in. I want to quit my 9, because working in the States right now, you have to work till you're dead. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy a quality of life. I've already worked too many years. I'm good. So I want to be able to work on things that make me happy now. So within the next 2 to 5 years, I want to be able to have everything done, and we are here permanently. My dad is gonna. So we're focusing on the farm first, because he'll be here way, first. I have at least 2 years before I'm coming here permanently. But I know as soon as we can get his farm up and running, I'm right behind him.
Sounds like a plan, and that's good. Well, Tricia, we have quite a bit of boots on the ground.
Yes.
That we're going to do, because you mentioned in your email that you want to do boots on the ground. That's a Dan's experience. So we're going to get up and cracking.
Yes.
Also, guys, and I will take Leo along to where we will be going to view Tricia's property. Not telling you where as yet, but outside of Accra. And I've been there once, okay? So stay tuned for that, guys. But Tricia, the boots on the ground is going to be intense, right? We're going to do a couple of boots on the ground. We also going to connect, obviously, with the lawyer, right? And we are aiming to get business accomplished in less than 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
And then you're going to explore.
That's it.
My home called Ghana.
Yes.
And girl, I will be with you. And it will be my pleasure to ensure that you breathe, inhale, exhale, Ghana.
All right.
Because you're here.
We're ready.
Big first step.
Ghana experience, here we come.
Awesome. Guys, if you like this video, I'm going to ask you to please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. But before we go, Tricia, it's very obvious by your accent that you have been living in the States for a mighty long time. So I know a couple of my subscribers who really want to know if you're Jamaican, you know. So you better address my Jamaicans and let us know if you're really born a Jamaica. Close out for me in what language, man?
In patois.
Close it out for me.
Okay, Jamaican, big up.
Big up.
Big up Diana Channel. Every Jamaican.
Guys, thank you. Merasi. Stay tuned. We're taking you on the road with Tricia. We'll certainly have one or two other vlogs. God bless.